Hey everybody, Paul here from Warden's Farm. It's a rainy day here in eastern North Carolina, March 16th, and we got some heavy storms coming in later in the day. That's been coming across the country, and it's going to be our turn tonight. They're closing schools early, and some schools are even not opening because of the bad weather coming in. So with that, I can't get out in any of the bees, so instead I decided I'm going to build a solar wax melter. And I got the plans off the internet, and I'm going to see how it turns out. I've built one already, but not of this kind, but of another one. So we're going to see how this goes. So I'm going to start assembling the inside part, and I thought I'd bring you along with me so you can see it. I got an air compressor and an air gun, an air nail gun to help me out here. So since I pre-cut everything because I didn't want to bore y'all with that, I figured I would just show you how the assembly goes. So let's get into this. So these are all the parts. Some of them are for the lid. They already got the little miter cuts in them for the lid to fit. Some are for what they're calling the cleats used to hold things in place. Then we got all these other panels here. So one of the things about getting old is needing glasses. So right now they want this made out of 3/4 inch wood. I'm not using 3/4 inch. I'm trying something different, a little thinner, and that way maybe heat can get into it and out of it a little quicker. So let's get rid of the sides, because this is going to be the size of it. It's going to be that big, and it's going to be like so. So we'll set them off to the side, because we got to build the inner part first. So we got to start with the bottom. Looking at the sizes, this is 15 by 18 and a half, and that's your base, or what they're calling the upper floor of the inside. And then we got to put on the rear panel, which is 15 by 6 3/4. So here's 15 by 6 3/4. And this one's going to just butt in just like this. Nope, I'm sorry, it'll go right on top. So I got to pre-drill a couple of holes for the screws, but I'm going to temporarily nail it in place here. So in order to do that, we'll just make it easy. And we use the nail gun, just like that. Sorry about the sound of the gun, but I'm just trying to get everything held in place just for now. And then I'm going to come back with some screws in between the nails. So all we're going to do is get things going, and I'm going to pre-drill some holes for screws and go from there. So like I said, I'm going to just pre-drill a couple of holes. I could use glue, but I'm not just yet, just in case I need to take anything apart. Two and three. There. So now we have that part completed. And so then the next thing we got to put on is the 15 by 2.5 inch riser. So this is the riser, and it's 15.5.2. So we're going to do the same thing on this side, and it goes on the opposite side, because this is what's starting to make the angle for keeping this thing together. Let me get that. And again, nail. There. And do it all again with the screws. So we're gonna, again, screw this by taking the bit out, getting the pre-drill in, and we're gonna put 3 in there, and 1 on the end. There, change it out. Oops. And do it again. Now in doing this, I'm just copying what somebody posted on the internet, and I'll put the link down below here. Of where I got these plans. And then that way, if you feel like you want to try to build this, go ahead. I am just following their directions on how to build this thing, and that way everything should go together right, and we'll see from there. This is just how I'm doing it. It's not a DIY telling you how to do it. So far by the plans, we have put on the upper floor, we have put on the rear panel, and we have put on the riser. So now we got to add the retaining cleats, and then the lower floor and the front panel. So we get the retaining cleats, which are here. Yep. So they'll go on just like this, I guess, right up against the ends, and then we'll just nail them in right even on the end. Take our nail gun and put it on. And I'm just using nails on this. I'm not going to use screws because I'm not using the 3/4 inch that they're saying to use. We're going to add the lower floor, which is 15 by 9 1/4. So here's the one that's 15 by 9 1/4. It's going to go just like this, and it's going to sit on this. So we got to turn it upside down to get this one on. So we'll go just like that, and then we'll do the same thing, nail it on, but this one will screw as well. So let's get that right perfect. Get this side the same. So I've gone ahead and I've already pre-drilled the screw holes while the compressor was running. And I'm just putting the screws in. Once they're in, I'll show you what it looks like. So as of now, we get this crazy looking thing. It looks like this, and it looks like this. Now we got to turn it back over. Now we need to add this to here like that. So we'll turn this over, and now we'll add this onto there just like this. There. Make sure that's good. Yep, it's all good. So let's get that out of here. That part is done. So now we're putting the screws in this piece, and it should be the inside completed. So now this is all completed by what the plans show. The sides will attach just like that. All right, now that we got all these angles figured out, first thing we got to do is anchor this side. We're gonna anchor one first and get that done. That we run out of nails. So let's get another one. Didn't realize that. So let's see what got nails over here and what didn't. There. We'll just get this thing squared on top. Since we got one side that we're working from that's good and square, we're gonna just attach this side first. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a square in my level and I put the square up right to the corner. I draw a line and then I come on top, match that up, put the square on it, and then I come up to the line that I got drawn. I can hold that in place. And this is showing me the line that I gotta go ahead and go on. And then from underneath, I do the same thing from this line, which is right there. So it's a square going right up to there. That's void, empty space. And now we got to come up to there and we draw the next line to get our spacing for up top. So now we just match up the lines right there and there. That gives us our point here, right there. And so we know that that goes just like that, right to that line, and that line. And now we come over to where the wood ends, right here. And now we just draw another line from here to our line here. And that's showing me right where everything is, just like this. There. So there's our board. And now I just got to nail along it. So this is all nailed on. Let's see, look at that. No nails missed. So isn't that nice? Let's see about this side. And again, I got one that hit a screw. So now we'll just go ahead and do the same on this side. So now we're gonna nail along our line to secure this side. So now we got our countersink holes already in. Whoops, that's wrong screw. Let's get these in here. Takes a bite, pulls it down in. And we need two more. And one more. And that'll do it. So now this is all held together. That's what the inside will look like. So your pan will be here. It'll come down to here, your wax will melt, and then it'll catch down here in a drip pan. I'm just gonna do this and this just to give me some marks to screw it in. All right, so there we have it. Now I just got to get the glass cover done. It's been a couple of days. Now I'm going to get back to working on my solar wax melter. I've gone ahead and I've pre-measured and pre-made my lid except for connecting one side. And it'll fit on just like so once it's all together. But now I got to put the plexiglass in it. Then we're going to paint it with the black paint. Inside, outside, but the inside will end up finishing with the double bubble aluminum insulated wrap on the inside. It'll help it build up heat and keep the heat inside. I went ahead and I had a sheet of plexiglass, and I went ahead and I just got done cutting it. So with everything, it'll fit on like so inside this lid, if I measured everything correctly. And now we'll get the one on the other side, and you can see how nice and clear it is. If I measured everything correctly, it should fit inside here no problem. So I'm gonna take this, get it in that groove that's been pre-cut. There's that side. Oh, it's gonna fit, so that's good. All we gotta do is get it in this groove right there. There. So now we gotta get the nail gun and tag this. So if everything's right, it shouldn't crack. Everything should be fit together. I gotta put my glasses on so I can make sure. That's good. That's good. So we're gonna tag one side. There. And now we'll tag this side. We'll see how it worked. Look at that. Look at that. That's our solar melter. The pan will fit in here. It'll come down. The drip tray will be down in there. Okay, everybody. It's been a few days since I've been on here for working on the wax melter. Had a lot of things come up. Had to help friends with swarms, all different kinds of things. Getting my gear ready for swarm season. So I can finally, since we're getting a cold spell tonight, going down into freezing. So the girls are tucked away and ready for the cold night, and then it goes back up to 70 tomorrow. Gotta love spring weather. But back to the wax melter. I've painted it, as you can see. And I've also added some double bubble, as you can see on some of the sides. And I'll get a close-up look for it for you. And it's all put together, painted, and I made the lid. I cut the plexiglass, so it's all set. So the lid will go on just like that. I got my tray for the going on the inside for melting the wax, and that'll just sit in here just like this. So now that it's all put together, it's painted, it's ready to start melting wax. The problem is you gotta have weather that's about 75, 80 degrees for you to actually melt the wax. So other things I've been working on are my bee vacuums. I went ahead and I made this one years ago. This is a corded, meaning that you got to carry around a 30 to 50 foot extension cord with you when you go to use this bee vacuum. all the hoses and everything. This was a head that I got from the Blue store. I got all the hoses and everything tucked inside it for when I get a call and there's a swarm on a fence or something that's close to an electrical outlet. But at the orange store, they have a new bucket and it's battery operated. So there's the battery, you put it in there. I got the holes, where you are. There's the hole that I can put the tape over to increase the suction if needed. I usually keep that wide open because you don't want to kill bees when you're vacuuming them up. And if you don't give it enough air as the bees go through, it'll end up damaging the bees and it'll hurt them. So you want to make sure that your hole's big enough so when you turn it on, the suction is not so great as to hurt your bees. So Paul from Warden's Farm, have a blessed day. Take care of your bees. Subscribe to my channel. It helps me out. And hit the like button. That helps me out even more. And if you like the videos, hit the little bell. And the bell will keep you informed of when I go ahead and I make new videos. And it'll let you know that, hey, Warden's Farm did a new video. And you can watch it, like it, tell your friends about it. And if you got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I like answering them, good or bad. It doesn't matter. I just want to know what you think. And if you got any questions you want to answers to, I'll answer them as best as I can. And if I can't answer it, Father Bill's Bees, he's a master beekeeper from Cornell. He can answer any questions that you have about bees that I can't answer. And if I can't answer them, I'll ask him and he'll jump in on the question as well, because he works hand in hand with me lately on a lot of different things. So, and he's a really good friend. So Paul from Warden Farm, have a blessed day. Take care. See you on the next video.